so, because last time I beat the piss out of you. Yeah, it's good. I think you're gonna get smashed. Feel like you can feel the hatred, like just coming out of the screen now. What about John?
I can't afford him right now.
Okay.
It's because it's my first one.
Yeah.
And I have no idea how it's going to go. Like, I genuinely have no idea. And whatever I do with Corey, it would be. I've already maxed my budget.
Yeah.
But I would be willing to spend some more money for a Corey match because I think it would bring in the extra pay-per-views, right?
Yeah.
But we're trying this and see if it works. But I think it's awesome. I can't wait to do it because, like we were talking about yesterday, it's going to be a very exclusive event. Like, you have to be on the card or the cornerman or the spouse or significant other of someone on the card. That's it. I mean, there's no more access, right? Because I live in a subdivision. You can't have 100 cars parked outside my house for an event, right? But afterwards, I mean, like I was saying, if Curtis came down and you were with him, it's me, Ron Bath, Woody, BJ Fikakis, Corey. That is one hell of a training session. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's gonna be some of the funner parts of what we're doing is the fact that we'll be able to have that exclusive, just fun hangout after pool type deal. And we're not going to cut the camera immediately. You know, we may do a post-fight, interview or post-fight, press conference or something. I don't know.
A guy I was really interested in, leading up to, and probably even more so after the match. What about Dmitry Kachan?
Yeah, I mean, I think Corey kills him because I don't think
dude
get out
looks
Corey's
like
hand.
he's got a smoking top rope.
Yeah, they pulled a little bit at that tournament, but now he had just pulled Robbie Burnett, right? So he had a grinder with Burnett.
Right.
But at that time, he couldn't budge Corey's arm because.
So how would Corey do with Burnett?
We have never been able to set that match up.
Right, because to me, Robbie Burnett is awesome, and when I saw Robbie Burnett have the match with Dmitry, that's the first time I was like, damn, I'm like, this guy is good. And then when he pulled John, I was like, okay, super legit. So, I mean, maybe
that's actually.
What's that?
I mean, it's not a bad match. I mean, he did just recently pull John.
It might be an interesting little, because there's a good reference point there, and it'll potentially set him up for a match with John.
I would love to see him and John pull.
Right. So, if you match up him and Dmitry or him and Robbie, because I feel like Dmitry and Robbie's really close.
Right.
Right. And, Dmitry, even though it was 3-0,
he had John's wrist compromised.
100%. 100%, that was a super tight match. So, if he does well with either one of those guys, either Robbie or Dmitry, then to me, he's a good candidate for. And I'd like to see, I don't think you have to put him up against, guys like Jerry or, all the super, super well-known, like the guys right at the top.
Yeah.
To me, like Dmitry or Robbie, that's a hell of a match. And then they're probably closer to you, probably easier.
Yeah, he's Austin, so probably 6 hours, something like that.
Yeah, you can drive that.
Ron's coming in 8 hours out. Okay, so tell me what you think about the card.
Yeah, it's good. I think you're going to get smashed.
Yeah, do you?
No, I don't know. I'm teasing you, but I don't know, man. It's so interesting, the matchups. Like, I think you and Robbie's really interesting. I think that, I don't know, man. I feel like you winning will be impressive. I know that you've got your flop press, and it's probably going to work really good on him. But I still think that he's got to have a lot of options on you. So I think it's a great match, you and Robbie.
Well, it's one that gives me credibility again.
Yeah,
right? If I'm able to pull it off. Yeah.
Because he got number 2 in the WL, I think, didn't he? A couple times.
Yeah, I think so.
I think he was up there, anyways. He's really good. I think that. I think Ron is just going to be a bit too much still for Paul Lynn. I tend to go that way. I know he's getting up there, but.
Well, I think so too. But that's what makes it interesting. you put Paul in that I've got nothing to lose situation, and he's a grinder, you know.
Yeah, the timing does concern me a little bit for Ron. You know, like 2 weeks. I'm like, ooh, that's tight. That's tight.
What are you talking about?
Well, so your event is it? Oh no, it's
5 weeks.
Oh yeah, okay, never mind. That's fine. For some reason, I was thinking it was right after.
Yeah, no, he's got 5 weeks.
Okay, yeah, so he's good. But I think Ron is the favorite there.
Woody and BJ Fakakis.
Yeah. It's been a while since I love Woody. I like to see Woody win because he's crazy, but
he is crazy.
Yeah. But I have to think that until Woody proves it now, it's got to be BJ.
Right. Well, he's the higher ranked guy. I mean, he's ranked 10th and Woody's ranked 12th.
Yeah. We know, because we've been around long enough to know that when he gets his act together, he's super bad dude, but we haven't seen it in quite a while.
It's been a minute. But I know he's excited about it. Like, he's motivated. He loves it. He's back to doing tournaments, and what he told me yesterday is he's going to stick to super matches for a while, because standing around waiting for a tournament, his hips are messed up, is messing up his back. So you put him say, okay, you're going to arm wrestle at this time. You're going to do best of 5. I think that's a better format for him than being at an event and waiting all day long to arm wrestle and getting stiff and all that. I mean, we are getting older. He's a year older than me.
Not me.
You're getting younger?
I'm a young man, right, Joe?
So young.
See? There's my validation right there. That's all I did.
My mistake.
Okay. RVJ versus Blue Bowen.
Okay, so
yeah, I saw you supporting Blue.
I buy into all the hype about Chance. I mean, not Chance. I mean, to Ryan. I buy into all the hype about Ryan because he trains so consistently. Like, he is legit loves this shit.
I know he does.
But the Lachlan match, definitely. I was like, wow, okay, so what happened? And then so I expected Todd to be a level above Lachlan. So where does that put him? I mean, RVJ, in my opinion, has to be the favorite. He has to be the favorite. But there's some legit animosity between these two, I think.
Do you think so? Last night when I was working out, I put on the fix there. Have you seen that where they're talking about their IQs and like, oh man, like RVJ will not let him go. And like RVJ seems so, like, I feel like you can feel the hatred like just coming out of the screen now. It's like, I feel like the whole thing was like, I've been following it closely, and I feel like for the first while, RVJ was just like pissed off, like years ago when Blue started to chirp at him and stuff.
Yeah.
RVJ was like, just basically just leave me alone kind of thing. And that didn't happen to a point where, it's like, okay, well, let's do this. And then it got settled down. And I feel like now that it's kind of looking locked in, I feel like Rob just wants to kill him. Like, they're talking about, like, he's talking about it, like, don't come up to me. Like, I will, like, he's talking about punching him out. You should watch it.
Oh,
yeah, wow. Just go like closer to the end. Like, I think they're on there for like 2 hours. So like, towards the end of the fix show, like, he's telling him like he's gonna like knock him out, and like, if there's one thing I do as good as I arm wrestle, I beat people up, and like, it gets pretty intense. Like, I think that Rob's so talented genetically.
Genetically, the man is just gifted beyond 99.999% of the people who've ever done this.
Yeah, and he's been in the sport so long too. He's like, if you're doing it right or you're doing it wrong, doesn't matter. You got 20 years of experience, Like,
well, if he gets confident in round 1, he is going to put on a show. He will try to humiliate him. He will. I think
he already is extremely confident.
Yeah.
I think he's already kind of there. And I don't know. I mean, I wasn't sure for a while. I was like, oh, I think Blue's got a chance. You know, he's got a few lanes, and he still does, obviously.
Let me tell you, he because he's trained with you, he's trained with John, he's trained with Todd. I mean, he has a very diverse skill set. I mean, he understands this sport is probably as good as anyone. Does he have the power to back it up? That's what we're going to find. I mean, it doesn't matter how good you are at arm wrestling if you don't have enough horsepower to be in the match, you know. And that's a massive hand to try to get through, and that's a massive arm to try to get through. So it's going to be exciting.
It's going to be a really good fight. I am really excited about it. And I always call him wrong. I never know. I get swayed one way or another. I'll probably change my mind. But right now, to me, I'm like, oh, my God, RBJ is going to murder him. He's going to murder him. That's right now. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's crazy. What State Kings look like on there?
There is zero movement on Blue Bowen. Zero.
Really?
And so there was zero movement on him. We made it I think we switched it to like a 3-1 scenario. So just by winning, Blue would have to win 2 to win.
Right.
Just 2. Okay. And that wasn't moving, so we made it shutout. So now Blue just has to win a match, and it's not moving. Like,
wow.
RVJ's sold out, and then Blue's creeped up.
Robert Gould probably bought all his stuff out.
yeah, probably. Yeah, it's interesting. It's really interesting, the difference between internet polls, Facebook polls, and when it actually comes to people putting their money down.
Right. I was listening to you say that the other day because we were talking about it yesterday in our live, how like Derek's a favorite versus Tim, or Cody's a favorite versus Morozov. And I'm like, well, Devon said State Kings tells a different story sometimes.
It does. So on State Kings, Tim's the favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, by a margin. I don't think Derek's closed yet.
Wow.
Yeah. Pushing that ball forward, man. Pushing that ball forward, yeah.
So if you had a crystal ball right now, where do you see arm wrestling in 5 years?
5 years is a long time to go.
Where do you see arm wrestling in 2 years?
Yeah, that's probably a bit more manageable. 2 years, oh my God, even 2 years these days is tough, right? Well, it seems to be interesting that, the past little bit of what I would say, if we go back, there was grassroots arm wrestling.
Right.
And then it was kind of found by people like Arm TV, right? Arm TV was covering everything. And then after Arm TV, there was Pulling John. And then the leagues started to pick up, right? And I'm not talking about like smaller leagues. I'm talking about guys like UAL, PL, WAL, like those ones, the professional leagues with, significant funding and organization behind them. I mean, Game of Arms helped that as well, but more mainstream, more visibility, good production, and then cut.
Right.
But the demand had been built, right? Like people were falling in love with arm wrestling, and I mean, it kind of moved from the leagues, all the attention that the leagues had built, to athletes kind of filling those voids. Guys like you, Arm Wrestling TV, Larry Wheels,
right? Definitely.
We can now, serve the community a little bit to a certain degree. It's different, right? Like our production quality isn't what those leagues had behind them. Not right.
Yeah, we don't have the budget yet,
Right. But what we're discovering is that we can do things like these pay-per-views and stuff. So I think what it's built just the last little bit is a realization that as an individual, there is more of an opportunity for you to be a professional, but it's going to mean that you will have to handle, your social media a little bit, and you'll have to maybe work on some merch, or I don't know, whatever. But there's opportunity for guys to kind of manage their own careers and their own promotions almost, if they get their YouTubes big enough.
Right.
So I won't be surprised if the Larry show continues. I won't be surprised if there's a lot of people doing pay-per-views that aren't necessarily even in the arm wrestling scope. I won't be surprised if just some big YouTubers are like, yeah, let's have an arm wrestling event.
That's possible. That's possible. Yeah.
I think we're going to continue to reach even more people. I think we're going to edge our way even closer to mainstream. I mean, when you look back, where we were 5 years ago to where we are now, I mean, it's not comparable. But I won't be surprised if our stars become more household names over the course of the next 2 years. And, like some of our guys are getting into movies and acting, and that's just going to continue to shed light on us. I think what's going to happen, the big thing that's going to happen over the next 2 years is mandates will be lifted.
Right.
And when that happens, promoters better be ready, because it's not going to be like what we've seen before. You are going to hold a tournament, and you are going to have 50 new guys in a class, maybe, it's not like, I don't think that's an exaggeration at all. You hold a tournament in Chicago and you have a few classes and it's open to all. You're going to have a ton of guys who started arm wrestling through this COVID period, and it's going to be their first event. I think it's going to be important that we really take care of these people. I think as promoters, as guys who've been in the sport a long time, I think that before we run these big events, because they're going to be big, we should consider having like classes specifically for them. Like, I remember it used to be a thing like where there was, pro, amateur, and like first timer classes. I think this is going to be more important than ever that we kind of keep these guys in the shallow end a little bit before feeding them to the sharks. Yeah, I think the big shift, like, I think everything's going to stay the same until the mandates get lifted. And once they do, I think you're going to see tournament arm wrestling return like crazy. Like crazy. Right now, it's just administratively so difficult, but that demand is growing. And when we finally get it back, boom, like, because everybody's going to want to play. Right now, it's super matches and, it's more of an elite kind of thing. But once we open the doors, man.
I agree. I mean, it's a great time to be an arm wrestler right now. And the exposure that you've gotten with all the things you've done from fighting Thor to everything else you've done with all the just social media, between the millions of views you got with your match with Dave Chafee on Thor, Shaq, the road trip that we did across the United States. There's so much more recognition that you get. Like, people just come up to you, oh my God, and that's not something I had experienced prior to this, but arm wrestling I think it's at an all-time high for popularity. So, and a lot of that was due to COVID and people finding their way to YouTube and what Larry's doing and arm wrestling TV. And I mean, you're almost at 500,000, you're 400-something thousand subscribers now. You have a good Instagram, a couple 100,000 on Instagram. I mean, it's crazy that we're in a position where we can actually fund our lives through social media,
Yeah.
And get to do what we love to do, that we spent, most of our life doing. And that's awesome for the new people, right? The new guys coming, the people are excited about the sport. I'm having a good time with it. I'm going to ask one more thing. I heard from Matt that he might be doing a RV tour.
Yeah.
And is there a possibility that you might be jumping on board with him?
Yeah. I would love that. Oh my God. Would I ever love to roll across Canada with Matt?
Right?
That would be what? What's the matter? You didn't know about that? This is the first Jody's hearing about it. It's kind of been trying to kind of keep it down a little bit. I would love to roll around with Matt, just hit clubs. It'd be hilarious. I do plan on seeing Matt very soon. I'm going to probably go out to Alberta for maybe like a week-ish. I'll probably hit like, there's a kind of a concentration in Alberta of really, really good clubs and strong guys. Out on the oil patch, you got like Calgary, Red Deer, Matt's from Red Deer, and Edmonton. It's like 3 cities like right next to each other. And there's Lethbridge out there as well. It's right there. And tons of champs, deep talent. So I might just kind of inject that into my training probably sometime over the next month or two. Just go out and, hang out with Matt. And he was talking about coming out here potentially in like May. It's going to cut it really close for me.
Right.
For me, it's this whole getting ready for June. It's table time and stay healthy. That's it. Like, I think that this is the best thing I can do. And I know I get tons of advice. You need to do this. You need to, I gotta be the best arm wrestler I can be. And the way I'm going to do that is on the arm wrestling table with good people. And I need to keep my volume high. I'm a volume arm wrestler. Like, intensity isn't what I need now at my age and just my overall state of health. I need volume. So I need to be careful with how much I push myself. So when I train with Matt, it's hard. Like Matt can hurt me.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Matt can hurt me. So I need to be careful about when Matt and I kind of work out together. If I do it in far away from the event, awesome. But come like May, there'll be a time when I'm like, I love you, Matt, but don't freaking touch me,
Right. No, I know, man. I mean, it's because you want to. This is your shot. I mean, this. Yeah. How important is this match in your entire career? How important is this match?
Oh my God. It's I wrote Jody a letter the other day, and not like it's not really the same thing, but it reminds me a tiny little bit of me going away on a tour. This whole thing, like from now until I pull Levan, I told her, I said, I'm going to be checked out, because if I'm not, like, it's going to take a full commitment from me. It's an all-in moment. I have to be so accurate. I have to be so precise. Yeah, I don't want to look back on it and think that I didn't do everything that I possibly could. And that's my plan, is to do everything I possibly can to ensure my success. And I'm well aware, like, I don't have the same psychology as a lot of people. I don't necessarily ever believe in my victory. Ever. Doesn't matter who I'm facing. I don't think I've ever gone into a match being super confident. It's not the way I am. It might be what I portray, but I typically have a ton of respect for the person that I'm arm wrestling, and to me, Levan, it's gonna be an all-in moment on my end. Yeah.
That's what I would expect, nothing less.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see your journey. I'm excited. I mean, I know you won't be putting a lot of stuff online. I'm sure you're not, but man, I'm there with you. Anything I can do to help, let me know. But
brother.
I'm super proud of you.
I know. And if it makes sense, I will. It depends on how healthy and strong I get. If I start to get feeling like I'm just stupid strong, then I might need you. But odds are the region is really good now. Like, all around me, like, arm wrestling's really good in Ontario. If I bounce between Toronto to Montreal to Pembroke, to all around this region, Picton, Kingston. I got so many clubs with guys with tons of energy, tons of experience, who are good to me. I feel like they love me. I love them. And, they just give me incredible workouts. And it's really I don't need much more,
Right.
I'm very lucky to live here and to have my life so that I have the freedom to travel and to train with these guys. And just kind of in between, I just do physio.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool, brother. Cool.
Gary Roberts. Have you been following that?
I haven't.
He dropped out.
Do you know about Gary Roberts and Ryan Bowen?
Rebecca might know. She knows. I don't know.
Okay, obviously I spend more time on Facebook than you do.
Well, I mean, like I said, it's been since my mother took her fall, and we've had a lot of just dealing with. So I'm not. Tell me what's up. What's going on?
Okay, so Gary, right, and Ryan have an issue, and it's got to do with Ryan, taking some content from Gary. And Gary was so pissed about it. He was so pissed that he got off of YouTube.
He went off YouTube?
Have you not noticed that Gary hasn't done any live feeds or anything? He hasn't posted anything in I don't know, it's been like 2 months.
Okay, so yeah, I saw him on that 24-hour Aussie arm wrestling thing. He jumped on there.
Right.
So I didn't know.
I told you that.
Rebecca said she told me that.
Yeah.
Maybe I was checked out.
Yeah, so he's super pissed. He's super, super pissed. He was so pissed he got off of YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah, but I think that's coming to an end.
How they resolve it?
Well, they haven't at all.
Oh.
No, not even a bit. He's posting letters back and forth, talking about court and all sorts of stuff. And anyways, I think that we're gonna see Gary start to turn up the heat on Ryan, which I think will be amusing. Anyways.
Just by the way, same thing is going down right now between Puller Magazine and NBK.
Okay, so apparently
did they steal footage too?
Yes.
Oh shit. I'm telling you, dude, it chaps my ass when people and don't even do anything. They will screen record the exact thing and put it right on their channel. Yeah. And then get pissed when I give them a strike. They're like, but I only have 300 subs. You have 90,000. I'm like, yeah, we worked our ass off to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't message me. You didn't ask me. You didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But especially since we're about to do this pay-per-view thing.
Yeah. Oh, well, good luck.
Yeah, the one thing about that is doing it here at the MonsterFactory, we can keep the amount of people here down. We can make sure that we're the ones filming. Nobody else's Wi-Fi is turned on. We'll have a dedicated line to our modem. My contact, Damon Payne, and Nine Line's going to come help us with the pay-per-view. We thought we were just going to set up a couple of cameras and just do our normal things. We'll do this, we'll shoot commercials, we'll have a third camera. I'm like, holy shit, what are you trying to produce, But I do want it to be good content. I do want it to, to give the people, an exciting card and a lot of fun. But yeah, that Gary is not a fan. Even it was footage of me, if it was my stuff.
He gave you a strike.
He got pissed.
Did he?
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
So exactly. So guys who are passionate about what they do, they really care, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, love you, Mike. Rest up, buddy. We're all behind you.
Well, I appreciate it. Like I said, this is a moment where I've got people saying, "Don't Kings move." I'm like, I will do whatever it takes. This is a die at the table moment for me. To beat me, I'm gonna have to. I'll leave everything on the table.
Yeah. I hope that never enters your mind. I hope.
Oh, don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're the one told me, listen, the only concern I have about you is that you listen to all these people tell you not to Kings move.
Yeah.
Screw those guys. Kings move,
Winning,
baby. That's it. At this moment,
if that's not the first thing, then your head's in the wrong place. Winning, yeah, and then you get your style bonus afterwards.
Right?
You don't get the style bonus if you lose.
Yeah, it doesn't. You don't get the bonus. No.
No bonus.
But hey, man, it's been good. It's been a lot of fun. Give my best to everyone up there, and maybe I'll reach out to Pork Chop and see if he wants a piece of Corey. Uh-oh.
You don't want none of this, though, Mike. None of this.
Well, I'm telling you, whoever wins between you and Levan,
yeah,
there's something coming. There's something coming.
I freaking hope so, because last time I beat the piss out of you.
You literally did. Like, I had piss right down my leg. It was crazy. But, yeah, next time is your time to piss.
I loved it. That's what I hope so. I hope so. Hey, thanks, buddy. Good times.
Yeah, man. Be blessed. Take care.